Hi, I'm Max.
Hi, and I'm Denise.
And welcome back to another edition of Urban Lifestyles. And as you can see, we're at a different location because we're at Lucretia's Kitchen, which is at the corner of 6th and Oak Street. And we've got some great news that we're going to be sharing a little bit later.
Absolutely. But the show is packed with a lot of good segments.
And one of the things you're going to be talking about is?
I had an interview with Louisville Jack and Jill chapter, and they had what they call mini med school, black doctors in white coats.
And also my fraternity brother, John Fogle, he's doing something pretty special, and I'll definitely let you take the lead on this.
It's going to be an event, and it's called Back in Black.
And we also did a segment with Middle of Town Cycling, and of course here at Lucretia's Kitchen, and also Destination Smooth Jazz. We're back June the 6th. We'll take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Morning show is the best that there is. Period.
Don't you make me.
Oh, I ain't working around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your number one station for R&B, Magic 101.
So Denise, tell us what's going on with Jack and Jill.
So the Louisville chapter of Jack and Jill, of course, as you know, works with the youth. And this time they had an activity which was called Mini Med School Black Doctors in White Coats, and is to help the students in high school to have information about going into the medical field. But let's just take a look. What a wonderful day. We're here for the Louisville chapter of Jack and Jill. It's putting on a mini med school, but I'm going to let you talk to those who created this event today. And we're going to start off with, and I'll let you both introduce yourselves.
I am Dr. Tracy Edwards.
What type of field of medicine?
I do family medicine here in Louisville in the South End.
And we also have.
I am Tony Allen, and I work in Norton Healthcare in orthopedics and also internal medicine.
So this is a great opportunity. I wish the audience could see everything, all the components you all have set up. Let's talk about quickly how you all came up with the idea and what it's going to be comprised of today.
So in Jack and Jill, we are a mother's organization, and we each month host age group appropriate activities for our children. So this month was to be an age group appropriate activity for our teens. Since the three of us who are assigned to this month are all medical professionals, then it just made sense that we would do a mini medical school. And then a bonus on that is they will get a dental school experience as well. So the morning started out with the students dividing up into two groups, going to the dental school, one group at a time. The group that stayed behind did a service project. And then we will start the mini medical school. We're very excited because we have so many providers who have volunteered their time to come in for this curriculum.
And I've been seeing all these providers. And what about the other part of this? I know there's a service project that you're all putting together.
Yes, we want to make sure that we are able to pour back into the community and teach the kids that it's important to provide service and loyalty and just have a good heart. So we have collected some first aid items for the kids. And we will also teach them in the medical school what first aid looks like, in real person with like CPR simulation, first aid simulation, emergency medicine.
Now, I was fascinated by the packages that you all are going to put together. Speak on that in two entities, one for the homeless and the other.
For the houseless population, we will provide Band-Aids, gauze, just gloves, things that they would need in case they have like a mini small cut and they are not able to afford some products to help them. In regards to the other packages, we will offer some blood pressure cuffs that will allow people to focus on just knowing about their health and taking their blood pressure to try to keep up with their logs to take to their provider.
I love it. So real quick, what are some of the takeaways that you all are hoping for with the students?
I think this is a great opportunity for our students to see medical providers that they can identify with. We have attendings here, and we also have a group of 10 medical students also that they can identify with who have come today. Hopefully we will pique their interest in medicine as they get hands-on experience. They actually got little stethoscopes They have lab coats, and they will have patient simulations and opportunity to experience the life of a medical student, and also having medical students walking through the day with them to give them a little mentorship. And hopefully we will turn out some more people who are interested in medicine.
And on my way here, I was just reading in the Griot, like to me, this is planting the seeds where for the first time, 5 black residents who are heading up trauma at Johns Hopkins, first time in history. And I'm thinking a day like this is planting seeds.
Listen, we have 11 black male physicians here.
Wow.
For these students today, and that is something that is once in a lifetime for those students, and we are very proud of our providers who've gotten up. And we also can't put aside that we are at the West End Hospital, and we do appreciate, I work for U of L, but we appreciate Norton Healthcare.
We have one of the students here participating with Jack and Jill, and I'm gonna let him introduce himself because he's very tall, reminds me of a basketball player, but you are?
I'm Michael Bryant, and I'm 15 years old.
And you are part of the Louisville Jack and Jill.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know today is the mini, I'm gonna say the mini medical school. Do you have aspirations to go into medicine? And if not, what are some of the things that you are learning from today?
I'm not opposed to it, but something I learned from today is that there's many options that you can take. And even if you want to go in middle school, you can change it to be something that you would like to do even more.
So what was one of the great standouts that you was listening to? Because I heard some things to me that I thought would appeal to younger people. For you, what was it?
I heard that we're just as ahead as everyone else, and the world is changing fast, and you're not behind on anything because so many new things are coming.
And we have 2 students who are in the Louisville Jack and Jill chapter. I'm gonna let them introduce themselves to you. And we have...
Hi, I'm Lola Rondo, and I represent the Midwestern region for Chaplain.
And...
Hi, I'm Genesis Romine, and I am the teen treasurer.
So both of you all in leadership roles already, and I'm loving it. And just really quick, what did today mean to you, or what was the best takeaway for you?
Today really showed me what I can be. I have wonderful role models, and it's truly showed me just everything that's possible in my life.
And for you?
I really enjoyed getting to do community service and helping out in the hospital, and also learning about all the different things with science that goes into it and engineering that goes into it.
So I did hear something about, which fascinated me, one of the physicians was talking about the role of having a computer and things like that. What do you all think about that?
I think it's amazing, different opportunities that we have, and I'm so glad I get to learn about it.
And
I think it helps us be more efficient in our medical care, that you can just get information that you already know, but maybe you forgot in the moment. You can have it just pulled up, and then it helps you build things to help others.
Introduce you to 2 healthcare practitioners who are helping to make the impact for this day. And I'm gonna start with you, and you are?
Dr. Stephen Patton.
And what is your specialty, or your area?
Yes, I do family medicine, and I'm also one of the medical directors for community outreach with Norton Healthcare.
And we also have
Norvetta Whitson. I'm a registered nurse. I wear many hats. I also work PRN for Norton's in faith and health ministry. But today, I'm here to do Heart Saver CPR. Hands only CPR.
Great, and we need that. I just want to ask you to, real quick, what made you decide to go into the field of medicine?
Well, it's something I always wanted to do since I was the age of 4. It's really from my grandmother. She used to do homeschool remedies. Give me the big says over my nose and castor oil. It tastes disgusting, but anytime she would get sick, I would try to copy her and mimic her. I'm like, I want to get you well, and I really enjoyed doing it. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to be a doctor. And then they just kind of pushed wind to the flame and kept going and supporting that decision. So, and here I am today.
Dr. Patton, because when you said it, it made me think of now people into being an herbalist and things like that. It was old school, but you're on trend with how you got your start.
Yes.
And you, by the way, you're not a Louisvillian. You're from where?
I'm originally from Michigan, Covert, Michigan.
And to the great nurse, what made you decide to go into the field of medicine?
I like helping people, especially empowering communities, meeting people where they are.
So can I say how long you've been in the field of nursing? Because you have a lot of expertise.
I do 50 plus years. Okay.
What does it mean today for you all to come in and participate in this great project that the Louisville Jack and Jill's putting on?
Well, we need more black healthcare professionals, and today's focus is MDs, medical doctors.
Well, Denise, you know, that was a great segment, and it's just great to see the medical community giving back to these young kids because, as we all know, what they see is what they'll be.
Yeah, for physicians as well as dentists, and being held down at the Norton's West End Hospital. And in talking with the youth, they were pleasantly surprised, and maybe some of them are even considering going into a medical field, but they all had an appreciation of what they learned.
We'll take another break, and we'll be right back.
The morning ride. Let's go! Because you won't want to get out of the car when the Streets Morning Takeover is on the Bill's #1 for hip-hop. Early in the morning.
Well, Denise, we went out and you had an opportunity to catch up with John Fogle about his latest off-the-chart event.
Yes, I did. It's called Back in Black. And he does these events, and they're more of an experience, but it really brings something to Louisville that we normally don't have here. So let's just take a look. So I am excited to bring information to you all about an exciting event, but I'm going to call it an experience here in Louisville, Kentucky. It will take place on March the 14th at the Biscuit Lounge, but I wanted to bring to you the person who's bringing all this experience to us here in Louisville, Kentucky, and this is Mr. John Fogle. And John, welcome to Urban Lifestyle.
Thanks for having me.
So I've learned about your event experiences about a year or so ago, and they're so intriguing with the mystique, the sophistication. I'm trying to think of some other adjectives that just really blew me away, but let's talk about your event, what it's called, The Date Again, and a little bit about your background and how you came to put on these fabulous events.
Thank you. Well, basically, I'm born and raised in Louisville, even though I was born in Fort Knox, Kentucky. But I grew up in Louisville. I was a police officer / detective with Louisville Metro Police. Actually, when we merged in 2002, I went to headquarters and became a detective. And I bounced around from various units, from fraud to economic crime, special victims unit. And then when I finished my career, I was in homicide. So I retired in January 2015. And since that time, somehow I transitioned from being a police officer / detective to an event planner.
So how did you come up with not only being an event planner, but the caliber of events that you bring to the Louisville area?
Well, I'm sure you know anybody can just have a party. And I was kind of tired of the same old, and I wanted to elevate the experience in Louisville because I do travel the country a lot. I've been to, larger cities, Chicago, Miami, LA, and I always loved their experience that they had when you had a party, or an event, I should say. So I wanted to bring that here, and when I started to dabble into this local market, I saw that there was a niche for that, whether it was a themed event or something that was really extravagant to give something, not only give people something to look forward to, but to, just look forward to again and again each year on an annual basis.
Okay, so let's talk about the event that you unveiled. Let's talk about the name of it and describe for the audience what it's about that makes it such an experience.
Sure. It's called Back in Black, and it's a sophisticated, elegant affair for folks that are 30 and over, and I cater to more of a 30 and over professional crowd. And once you walk in the door and you see the Biscuit Lounge and Loft, you're going to be just enthralled with the experience, the vibrancy, the decor, the elegance, the luxury of this venue, which coincides with my vision of elevated, fine dancing, fine dinner, fine fellowship with people, like-minded individuals that are tired of the same old.
Now, I do know that when I was taking a peep at some of your events that you had afterwards, I liked some of the aspects that you had in it, like, I don't know if they were models or dancers. Speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, again, I try to entertain, and I've hired male and female models. I've had entertainers from all over the world come here to show what they can do. And for the Back in Black, I have a cosplay model that has over 400,000 followers on Instagram that's coming here. Her name's Ivy Cosplay, and she always shows up to my event. She's always entertaining, engaging with the crowd. She's not, like some celebrities don't want to be bothered with common folk like myself, but she's very down to earth. Love having her. I have a young lady that's a professional belly dancer from Cincinnati that's coming. I call her the Ebony Belly Dancer. Her name's Kia, and she is going to mesmerize the entire crowd. We have 2 bands that are combining for not only Tisha May Showcase, but also Benny J and Friends will be here, who is a popular saxophonist and musician in the Louisville area.
So there's a little bit of everything that's elevated and upscale and creates this experience that anybody coming can enjoy. And I know at one of your events, did you wear mask,
yes.
like masquerade?
Yes, I had the Carnival Masquerade Ball. Actually, I had 2. Volume 1 was at the Silback year before last, and this past year we had it at the Louisville Palace.
Okay, so really quick, let's talk about what people can expect for the Back to Black.
Back in Black, well, for the ladies, we have a Sexy Legs contest. With the winner, we have a winner take all, getting a Prada purse and matching wallet. And it is the real deal. So they're gonna love that competition. And it's nothing sleazy. If the ladies are sexy and feel sexy, because sexy to me is an attitude. If you feel sexy, it doesn't matter your shape, size, or stature. Just get up, strut your stuff, and we'll let the judges vote for who has the most sexiest legs in Louisville. So they will also have the ultimate bragging rights for a whole year. We have DJ John Q on the 1s and 2s. He's gonna keep the dance floor hot. I have a local comedian named Tara Crush that's awesome. So she's going to do a little set. So we have a lot of different entertainment options to kind of capture everybody's attention. And that's what's different versus just going to somebody's party and they're spinning records.
So on that note, let's talk about how people can get information and tickets for the event.
Sure. They can go to eventbrite.com. Right now, the general admission tickets are $40. Our reserve sections have sold out. And it would behoove people to buy tickets online in advance to save, a few coins, because the day of course, it will be higher price because, we're giving people the incentive to buy early and save a little money.
Well, just listening to the description and just how he lights up, I think it's going to be a fantastic event. And I don't know about you, but I can't wait to attend.
Yeah, and then I like the idea that he's opening up the Sexy Legs contest. And I like the way he said it's open for every woman to participate in it, because it's more about attitude that you bring it to the table than it is just about physicality.
Right, and we'll leave it right there. We'll take another break, and we'll be right back.
The morning show is the best that there is, period.
Yeah, don't you make me.
Oh, I ain't working around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your number 1 station for R&B, Magic 101.
Well, as you know, the seasons are changing. It's time to get back out on your bikes again. And some people are making a transition from traditional bikes to electric bikes. So take a look at this. So we're back again in middle of town cycling at the corner of Bardstown Road and Gardner Lane, right behind Sullivan's Bakery. And I was having a senior moment, and you were laughing at me, but that's okay. Nira, it's always great catching up with you. And today we're talking about e-bikes, and are they becoming more and more popular?
They are actually becoming more and more popular. So yeah, we were the first bike shop really in town in Louisville to even carry e-bikes, because everybody was so reluctant. But there is a certain group of people that really do have the opportunity to ride a bike again because of the electric possibility. There's so many different kinds of e-bikes now. So, but there is definitely a market that it tends to help, and we're here to make that happen.
So tell us about the one that's in front of us.
So this particular bike is actually an electric bike that folds in two. It folds in half. And there's a lot of people in the community that either go on an RV or go on these RV vacations or have a trailer, and then they go to a campsite and they want a bike that they can ride while they're at the campsite. So this kind of is the kind of bike that most people who either do any kind of RVing or like bike packing or camping kind of thing. It just folds up easily and it sits in their RV. You don't have to get a bike rack. You don't have to carry it to you don't need something special to carry it in your car. You can just put it in the back of your car and you're ready to go.
Well, it seems like at first when the e-bikes were coming out, they were making them still trying to make them more slimline, like a regular road bike. But now it seems like they're getting wider, more like a small motorcycle. So why the transition in styles?
So I think a lot of it, the e-bikes were actually from the very beginning bulky and heavier. They're actually getting more and more smaller, I would say. And if you do have a bike that is an electric bike that is either lighter or it doesn't look like an electric bike, it's going to have a battery that is too small, so the range of that e-bike is not as far. Most of the times bikes like these also have what they call a throttle, and they have like different assist levels, and so a typical range of an e-bike is anywhere from 20 miles to 70 miles, but it also depends on how you're using the assist level. And some people want a bigger battery, some people want a bigger range, and so you end up having a bike that has a bigger battery and is a little bit bulkier. But then you have bikes that are fully carbon with a very small battery. They're still lighter, but they give you the assist you need. It may not necessarily help you go a further distance, but it helps you ride an e-bike and use the assist when you need it, and when you don't need it, you can still ride it like a regular bike.
So if you're a novice, someone that's been riding a traditional bike, but now you want to convert to the e-bike, what's some good information that they should have, and what piece of equipment would you direct them to?
So in today's day and age, if you can find everything online, I highly recommend anybody that's getting an e-bike that they make sure that the e-bike they're getting has a very good manufacturer's warranty and also dealer support. So this particular bike here has the best e-bike warranty in the market. It's 5 years or 5,000 miles. So this bike comes to the dealer, it gets put together by a dealer. The dealer gives you a tune-up free the first year. You get free basic adjustments free for life. You get 10% off parts and accessories. And the biggest important part is that this fender to fender, this bike is covered under the 5-year or 5,000 mile warranty, which no other e-bike manufacturer will give you that. And that's just peace of mind.
Well, Nira, it's always great catching up with you. And if people want to find out more information, they can just come in and see you. And how can they talk to you?
Reach us at middleoftowncycling.com. We're at 2140 Gardner Lane, Louisville, Kentucky, behind the Sullivan Bakery. So come see us.
I think more and more people are looking at electric bikes. First of all, you can ride longer. Yeah. Prices are coming down, and you can just kind of enjoy the experience a little bit more.
And it's doable, and it's becoming more popular, and I am really leaning into, I think I want an e-bike.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. We'll take another break, and we'll be right back.
The morning ride. Let's go! Because you won't want to get out of the car when the Streets Morning Takeover is on the Bill's #1 for hip-hop.
Early in the morning. Morning show is the best that there is. Period.
Don't you make me.
Oh, I ain't working around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your #1 station for R&B, Magic 101.
Well, we're here at Lucretia's Kitchen, and as we said, we got a surprise in store, so we're going to find out what's cooking with Lucretia's Kitchen. Take a look.
Hi, I'm Lucretia of Lucretia's Kitchen. Thanks, Max and Denise. I am looking forward to sharing my award-winning recipes with you all each month. My story started back in 1967 with my grandfather, who started the Dairy Snack and Mr. Thompson's Barbecue. And I know if you're from Louisville, Kentucky, you've heard of Mr. Thompson's Barbecue right there at 15th and Broadway. And I'm still here today keeping that legacy alive at Love at First Bite. What makes our chicken so great is the crunch. It's the batter, it's the seasoning, right? And it doesn't take much, but it started with my mother, who used to fry chicken for the family, the neighborhood, and all. And I was always right there hanging onto her leg, watching her batter the chicken. And I tell you, we got the notoriety through Southern Living magazine, who came to Louisville, Kentucky, tasted our chicken, and guess what? They also said love at first bite. And here we are, not only with the #1 chicken here in Louisville, Kentucky, but #4 nationwide. At Lucretia's Kitchen, we offer all kinds of services to meet your needs, from catering to meal prep, and we also have an event space upstairs here called the Rooftop on Oak. If you want to get in touch with us, you could give us a call at 502-294-8143, and we're also located in Old Louisville at 617 West Oak Street on the corner of 7th and Oak, where it's always love at first bite.
But I'm looking forward to her segments every month because she's got some great cooking tips, and and from one great chef to another, I can appreciate what she does in the kitchen.
But it's more than cooking tips. She's going to do meal preps, and just the mere fact of coming here in the restaurant if you don't feel like cooking, are basically that famous fried chicken that she was, noted for on a national basis. That speaks a lot of volume. So you need to get down here to Lucretia's Kitchen.
Right, and so as Denise said, if you haven't been here, make sure you put it on one of your places to stop if you want to try some good Southern cooking. And coming up next is Destination Smooth Jazz, and we'll be having our next show on June the 6th. Tickets are on sale now. You can get them at eventbrite.com or at Better Days Records at 921 Barrett Avenue. And I think that's our show.
And that's our time.
And we'll see you back here next time on Urban Lifestyles. And remember to take the shot. Be safe.
Bye.
You won't want to get out of the car when the Streets Morning Takeover is on the Bill's #1 for hip hop.
Early in the morning. Morning show is the best that there is. Period.
Don't you make me.
Oh, I ain't working around. We are here as usual.
That's too much. This the one.
We right here.
You wake up and catch me from 6 to 10 on your #1 station for R&B, Magic 101.